going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So this video is actually part 2 of the tailwheel training video that I did about a week ago, where we went up and, you know, we went up to polish up some of my tailwheel skills before climbing into the ag truck for the first time this year. We went on the flight, and then I brought the footage back here, and I just kind of went over the footage and reviewed what I was doing wrong. When we were landing on the grass, we only did, I think, a couple of grass landings. Everything was good. Obviously, the grass is more forgiving. It's a little bit easier to control and land on. But for some reason, and I don't know if it was just because the sight picture or I was nervous or whatever it was, when I got on the runway, I felt like I was trying to bring it in, and I was trying to wheel land it, but I would float, and I just couldn't seem to get there for some reason, and I don't know why, but I would bring it in and I would 3-point it, and when I did that, the tail would just get a little squirrely on me, and I couldn't, I could control it, but it just didn't feel like super comfortable. And I noticed that when I was watching the footage. So I made kind of a mental note, and I really wanted to focus on bringing the airplane in, touching the wheels down, pushing the stick forward about just a little bit, about 2 inches, bleeding off that power, and settling the tail, letting the tail settle down and settle in, and then pulling the stick back and just kind of shifting that weight from the forward, letting the tail settle, and then bringing that weight back by moving the stick back and kind of planting the tail wheel. And so when we went out this time, I felt that it was much better. I felt a lot more comfortable. I think that my landings were a lot cleaner, and I had a lot more control over the airplane when I brought it in, and it just, everything felt a lot better. So here's that video. Tell me what you guys think. All right, see what the weather is.
Mercury. Pretty much light and variable, or light.
Automated weather observation 1312 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 8. Sky condition missing. Temperature 13 Celsius.
We can pretty much go whatever runway we want. Taxi down and warm it up.
It's just whatever way you want to. Be nice not to have to land into the sun.
Okay, we'll go that
Although
way.
It doesn't matter, really.
Well, that way we can taxi down and warm it up too.
Yeah.
Well, do a quick run up here, make sure everything is functioning properly.
Yep.
Well, everything looks good. Make a radio call. Okay, here we go again, huh, Kent?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Get that throttle back there. There we go. A bit of trim.
The windsock is kind of indicating that we may now have a kind of a south wind or southeast, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, do you think we should just flip around?
Yeah, maybe listen to AWAS real quick.
Watford City Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 1321 Zulu. Wind 120 at 5 knots.
Yeah, better.
Yep.
We better come out here and do a teardrop back in, huh?
Yep.
We'll just use those 1,000-foot markers like before. I think that's where the lights are.
Yep. Well.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
No.
We'll just taxi back a little bit here. Wouldn't mind doing one more of those. Because I kind of felt that one. Pushed it forward a little bit, kind of leveled it out.
Yep.
Brought the power back like I was supposed to.
It'll be more pronounced when you land on the runway, but just because, when with the drag and the weeds and stuff, it slows you down pretty good.
Yeah, it won't be quite as easy here, but, just getting a feel of it.
Yeah. But no, that was good. That should be plenty, shouldn't it?
Yeah, so doesn't take much to get this thing off the ground.
No.
We got a mile here, so.
Yeah.
Having no flaps is quite a bit different, isn't it?
Yep.
You don't have that little crutch, I guess.
Yeah, no, you can slow things down. You know, it just has a tendency to want to keep flying. You know, you just have to be sure you're slowed down enough, and that's why the wheel landing is not such a bad idea.
I think for this thing, you know, of course I don't have a lot of time in it, but it seems like it makes more sense. To carry a little extra speed, normal, you know. Well,
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
No. Well, why don't we let's do a couple on the runway.
All right, sounds good. Hopefully they go that well. I'm sure they will, right, Kent?
Yep.
No problem.
You should have plenty of room to take off.
All right, here we go. Stick in neutral, that tail up, directional control. There we go.
So she lifts off, what, about 55, 60?
Yeah, I was probably about 60 something. I probably let it go a little longer than I needed to.
That's a nice morning for flying, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful out here. All right, well, here we go, huh?
Yep.
You ready back there?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Not worried a bit.
No?
Thing to do is just, you know, not to overthink it and not, just to kind of relax. You know, I mean, I know you can do it.
Well, that was pretty damn good, wasn't it? Well, Kent, that was...
We get
a couple more of those, and I think
better do another one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, that wheel is a lot. All right, let's go. Okay, here's 60. Lift it off at 60. You know, when you turn this thing, you almost have to kind of hold it out of the turn. It's a little weird. It wants to just keep rolling that way.
Now, this engine runs pretty good in this little airplane, too, I think.
Oh, the engine's fantastic. It's a good plane. You can keep her under control.
Yeah. So right here is about where I'd cut your power and do your... Start. And then not extend your down. I'd go ahead and turn right in there, Jeremy. I think we're...
Yeah?
Instead of extending out so far, because I always feel like we're kind of dragging it. Yeah. I like kind of coming in a little higher. But we'll... Turning here, we'll be right down there.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm just because I'm used to the Warrior or something.
Yeah. Yeah, this is perfect.
Okay. Almost like I'm approaching a field or something. Right?
Yeah. You got plenty of speed on, but you know, that's all. And we got plenty of runway too, so.
Yeah. Get that nose down.
I wouldn't be in too much of a hurry to bring that stick down. You know, we're still going plenty fast. You could hold that up. Oh, dang that thing.
Well, kind of kicked out the brake there on me. Yeah, I think I maybe pulled that back a little too soon. Let it bleed off a little bit.
You know, you can let it slow down a little bit more before you put that tail. I keep that tail wheel up as long as you can.
Yeah, because it seemed like when I pulled it down, that's when it kind of started getting a little squirrely. But
yeah, I mean, because we had plenty of speed coming down that time.
Yeah.
You know, a little more than before. So let's do.
It felt good though.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, it just felt good.
Let's try one more.
I agree. All right, let's go.
The only thing you'll want to watch is if you come down and you bounce it a little bit, you're not going to want to be jamming your stick forward. You're going to want to, depends on how much you bounce, but if you bounce a little bit, you just want to kind of ride that out until you touch down again.
Okay.
And then either three-point it if you're slow enough, or once you touch down, if you got enough speed on, then bring that stick up a little bit. But yeah, just don't.
You don't want to just like push it forward and then.
Yeah, no. If you bounce a little bit, don't push that stick. Don't try to do it too far. Like we haven't bounced it yet, really.
Not really.
But you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, because if you bounce it and you push the stick forward, then you're coming down nose.
Well, yeah, then
it's a problem.
Yeah, you just have to. Maybe it'll be a big bounce, and then in which case you might have to just add a little power in there.
Kind of like
add a little power in just to keep it flying, and then bring it back down. And either, like I say, if you're slow enough, either three-point it, or wheel it again.
Well, that's kind of what I did on the last time we did this, is I had that bounce, and then it bounced again, and I was like, we got to get out of it.
Yep.
Powered out of it, and just reset. It likes to be at about 24, doesn't it?
Yeah, 24 is about right. That's just a good cruise. I always used to run it 23, 50, 24, but it feels good at 24.
It does. I really like how the trim is on this thing.
Yeah, I do too. They're not, well, yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of a bounce, but we didn't overreact.
That's where if you have a bounce, you just don't be in a rush to push that stick forward, just...
I just kind of held it, kind of rode it, and then just let it settle in.
Yep.
Other than that, I think we did not too bad this time,
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, yeah. And as far as the grass, we didn't have any wind and no crosswind or anything like that, but as far as the, no problems in the grass. I mean, that's going to be...
But I felt, because I was wheel ending it this time, and I was conscious about, what I was doing wrong last time and why I kept getting squirrely. So I was thinking about that, and it seemed like when I wheel landed this time, I was way more in control.
Yep.
And I wasn't all over the place, and I just felt way more comfortable with it.
Of course, you'll have toe brakes on the ag truck. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit different, but
no, that was fine.
Yeah, I'm a little more confident now.
I mean, it's just you just need to fly it. I mean, that's once we get you in the ag truck, then it's just a matter of coming out. And
I think I'll just do, just basically do what we're doing today. Just come out and do some landings and get comfortable with it. That was a good time.
Yeah, no, that's of course you'll have flaps on this ag truck, so you'll be able to. Like I say, I just need to fly it again just to kind of really get a feel for its flying character. I really got kind of spoiled flying that thrush. That thing they're just rock solid. I mean, it's easier to land than that ag truck as far as I'm concerned.
In this?
Yeah, especially in a crosswind. But I think one of the most important things was just not. Make sure your speed isn't up really high when you're landing. That's where people get into trouble and gets away from them.
This one I was coming in at about 80, I think. Of course, there's no flaps on this one, so you got to come up a little.
That's a good approach speed.
All right, and that was pretty good. I like that one.
Yep, no, that went good.
All right, so after that flight. And how I felt bringing that thing into land, I felt a lot more comfortable, and it gave me kind of the confidence that I need to climb into the AgWagon for the first time this year. That AgWagon is it's a one-seat airplane, and so when you get in it, you have to be pretty confident that you can bring her down safely and handle that thing. So what that flight did is it helped build my confidence to the point where I feel pretty confident in climbing in that for the first time this year. So on the next video that I'm gonna do will be the first time that I hop in that thing and go for a flight in it. So stay tuned for that one. That one will be coming next. In the meantime, we'll see you guys later.